short story read, video, let me see, 8. Okay, so first of all, vocabulary regarding the last video. So first we have idly, that comes from idle. Idle is I-D-L-E, and idle is the adjective, alright? So when the computer, for example, is idle for more than 5 minutes, you know, there is the screensaver. And then of course you have the adverb, okay? So he smoked idly, so not doing anything, right? And then we have the banjo. I put the picture of a banjo there, but I think it's pretty okay for you, right? It's just like in Portuguese. And then we have the concertina, the concertina. Yeah, the concertina. Keep in mind that the concertina, I found a picture there to use it. It's like a small accordion. You know, accordion like gauchos use to play, but the concertina is a small one, like this. And then we have this very nice word that is primeval, okay? Remember, primeval, extremely ancient. So I put like a cavern, a caveman there, but he's holding a McDonald's tray. I don't know why. It's just the picture that was there, so forget the McDonald's, just focus on the man, right? That's primeval. And I think vocabulary, that's just about it. But I really would like to think a little bit about this dance. Remember, the purpose of, you know, something as difficult as this one is to improve our imagination capacity. Once we have the imagination capacity developed, then we can think about abstract descriptions and definitions. Then we are talking about being highly expressive, right? So it's always a nice kind of exercise. Okay, so the description of the dance. Then, to the singing, a couple began to dance. It was a barbaric dance, savage and primeval. Okay, I think that's nice. Rapid, with quick movements of the hands and feet and contortions of the body. It was sensual, sexual even, but sexual without passion. So my first question is, how is it possible to be sensual and sexual but without passion? What's the difference? It was very animal, direct, weird, without mystery, natural in short, and one might almost say childlike. My next question is, how is it possible that we're describing a sexual dance as childlike? And what about this mystery? Without mystery, shouldn't it be the opposite? Because it's primeval, it should be full of mystery. So it was. And what does an animal have to do with being direct and being without mystery and being childlike? Okay, I really would like you to stop the video and try to answer this question, because I think it's a very challenging one, you know. Well, think about it. Think about it. When we're talking about being sensual as a human, not as an animal, it's all about you know, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of pain, a little bit of revealing and hiding, a little bit of trying to, let's say, control yourself and then not being able to do that, okay? That we could say, and it's implicit in this kind of description here, it is, you know, natural to human, okay? Maybe due to the fact because we have layers. Sex is not just sex for us, but it's also, you know, something that has a certain kind of social, not only status, but definition. People look at it in a way. So we don't have just the pure sex layer, but we have, Freud would say, right, we have another layer that is trying to control this pure animal sex. Because if we didn't have this other layer, then it would be very, very practical and very direct to the point, If you see two lions mating, you won't see them like trying to hide, and then in the time while, of course, there's the whole the whole process there of seducing and etc., right? But it's a process they have to go through. In the act of the sex, they're not hiding and mysteriously acting there. They go straight to the point. They go there. It's almost mechanical. They have the sex and that's it. All right? So it's completely explicit, right? Very explicit, but very... because of that, I think that's the point. Because of that, because it's completely explicit, it is not sensual. I'm using a second meaning for sensual, not the meaning here, right? Not sensual at all. I'm thinking about sensual as this hiding and showing and not showing and trying, things like that. Well, and then we can connect it with childlike, childlike because, you see like when boys find out that adults have sex, mainly boys, and then they want to pretend that they know all about sex, right? There is this thing, this way of facing sex that is, there's no mystery in sex, right? And even adults, I remember I had a co-worker who had many partners, and she would talk about them as if, she would be talking about, I don't know, about a pair of shoes, She would go straight to the point. There is a nice word we can use to describe her behavior facing sex. It's matter-of-factly, This is a word, okay? Matter-of-factly. And it's as if when she tells about sex, she's like, oh, as a matter of fact, I did this and that and that and that and that. There's no mystery, no suspense, nothing there. This is the kind of dance that was in front of us there. And by the way, I do think it's necessary, all of this digression I had here, and even much more than I did. And I would like you to do the second part, all right? The second part of the digression, try to connect with your own experience, the way people face sex, I don't know, in carnival, or the way people face sex, in highly religious societies, where, sex is prohibited, but then it's much more sensual because there's a lot of mystery, a lot of prohibition, and etc. The dance was not like that. The dance was matter-of-factly, you have sexual movements, but they're like children playing sex, alright? Or just like animals in the wild.